It's time for Coach's Comments, brought to you by Southside Auto Tech, as I'm Joel Norman, joined by the head coach of the Lincoln Stars, Rocky Russo. And Rocky, the toughest loss of the season, you could argue, to this point for the Stars. And this was one of those ones where there were some chances in that first period, it felt like, but this one kind of spiraled out of control after that one. Take me through your reaction for this game.
Well, you're not going to win very many games when one out of every three shots goes in your net, and we gave up 7 on 21 today. So that's not a recipe for success and winning hockey. I'm sure the guys are tired. We didn't get off the bus until 4:15 in the morning. I slept for about 3.5 hours. I'm sure they might have slept a little longer, but not much. It's a challenge, and I'm not making an excuse, but Sioux City was off last night. We spent 11 hours on the bus and played a hockey game, and they were off. So that's certainly a tremendous advantage. With that being said, we made just brutal mistakes on the first 2 goals. Absolutely brutal. We gave up a breakaway because we're in complete wrong situation with our D. We're up the ice. The mistakes we're making are really starting to wear on me, because we're talking about them. We're showing video. We're practicing it, and then we get in the games and we don't want to execute. And the coaching staff's job is to prepare the players and to make sure that we have competitive practices and sound systems, and then ultimately it's the players' job to go out and execute. And we're making some fundamental mistakes that are leading to big-time goals for our opponents. And you look at the chances we have. We had chances to score, and we're not putting pucks under the bar, and our opponents are. And so ultimately, those are things that we have to continue to work on. I think we have good players. I think they're fine young men, but you just don't replace the likes of Mason and Tanner and Doug and Boston and Antonio and Cameron. We don't have any of those guys. We don't. And what we have is a lot of good players that want to work hard, and if they don't work really hard, then we really struggle. And we're having hit or miss compete level periods of time throughout games where we're being taken advantage of. And that's something that we have to commit to. And until we do that, we're going to continue to see these types of issues.
This was really the first time this season the PK had a tough night. What did you see that was different tonight compared to what had happened previously? This has been such a lockdown unit entering tonight's game.
I don't think our PK had a bad night. I think our PK had a fantastic night. We let in their 4th goal, I believe. Really poor effort by our goaltender. Unacceptable effort, unfortunately. We killed that entire thing, and then they slid it through him with 2 seconds left. And then the last one, we didn't do a great job of rotating down, and unfortunately we were kind of out of sorts. But our PK is the furthest thing from an issue with this hockey club right now.
What's the message to this group after this one? You head into next week, you get another chance against Waterloo.
That's great. Yeah, let's go back on the road to Waterloo on a Friday night. That's real great scheduling.
Mark, we appreciate the time. We will talk to you next week.
Thank you.
That's the head coach of the Stars, Rocky Russo, after this one. This has been Coach's Comments, brought to you by Southside Auto Tech.